tweaking and changing things, it's finally time. BMW is giving us the all-new 2020 S1000RR. And just like then, is this the bike to beat? And let me reiterate, this isn't all new like in a press release. This is all new, from the engine to the chassis to the wheels and everything in between. Allow me to explain. BMW even got rid of the asymmetric design to make things look normal. It still looks very much a BMW because of this M Sport color scheme, but the dimensions look way smaller. Credit that to the all-new chassis and the neat little subframe. So what sits inside this chassis is an all-new 999cc inline-4 motor which is producing 207 HP and 113 Newton meters of torque. We all know that inline-4 motors are peaky with most of their power kept right on top. But what BMW have actually done is that they have gotten in their shift cam technology. BMW's shift cam is a two-stage variable valve timing, not dissimilar in nature to the VVA on the R15 V3 or the Suzuki GSX-R 1000. It allows BMW to offer lots of torque at low and mid revs as well as the usual 4-cylinder range closer to the red line. You know, with emission norms kicking in, motorcycles tend to put on a bit of weight. But the 2020 S1000RR has managed to shed a few kilos. It loses 11 kilos over the outgoing model, with a lighter crankshaft being the hero. What we are riding today is the top of the line M Sport variant, which loses about 4 kilos more than the standard, all thanks to carbon wheels, a lighter battery and a different seat. The two things that I really want to talk about are the brakes and the suspension. Gone are the Brembos to be replaced by Hayes, and the Sachs unit has been replaced by Marzocchi. Dynamic damping control, which is the electronic suspension from BMW, is available only on the Pro and the M variant, not on the standard. It is the bike's ability to understand, adapt and evolve according to the road conditions. As far as braking goes, the Hayes setup feels very progressive and lacks that initial bite. In the braking department of liter class motorcycles, I still feel the Stylema from Brembos are the ones to beat. What about electronics, the cream on the top? What remains standard for all three variants is traction control and ABS, but the Pro and the M Sport variant get launch control, slide control, a pit limiter for track days and a cruise control as well. When we talk about competition, Ducati last year brought to us an absolutely loco V4. But then Aprilia got together and lobbed an absolute grenade with the 1100 RS V4, a motorcycle that I'm yet to ride. Now don't get me wrong, I know I haven't spoken of Japanese inline-4 motorcycles, but with where the 2020 S1000RR sits, it just sits in a very European space with all the specs, with all the tech and with all the power that it has. BMW with the S1000RR are trying to slipstream and take that #1 spot. And here's the thing, the 2020 Beamer is an absolute missile on the track, there's no two ways about it. But with the shift cam technology, the not so aggressive ergos, the roomy, comfy seat, I am ready to bet all of my life's belongings that this is going to be a very good motorcycle outside the racetrack as well. In a nutshell, the 2020 S1000RR is linear, predictable, easy to work with and does not induce a heart attack. Pricing for the standard S1000RR starts at 18.5 lakh rupees and it goes up to 22.95 lakh rupees for the M Sport variant, this particular variant. Nobody else in India at 23 lakh rupees offers carbon wheels, which is an absolute delight for people who seek agility and performance in their ride. And even for the entry-level standard variant, the BMW is a sweet upgrade for people venturing into the liter class segment. For now, this is it from the Daddy Beamer and you're from the Buddh International Circuit. I hope you enjoyed watching this. And like always, my name is Arun Painter and I will see you later. Bye-bye.
There's no mistaking this ninja for another bike because it looks like nothing else on the road.
I'll be back with that story after this message.
Now here we have the big daddy of Kawasaki, probably the big daddy of all motorcycles. This is the H2R, and it is so mental, Kawasaki won't even make it road legal. It has no headlights, no indicators, no mirrors. It comes out with slick tires. And there's good reason for this, because the supercharger on this bike spins at 130,000 RPM, pushing 200 liters of air into the motor every second. And the result of this? Well, the ZX-10 pushes 200 horsepower. The H2 more realistically 220, 230 horsepower. This bike, 326 horsepower. And with all this carbon fiber bits, it is light, much lighter than the H2. It's 216 kilograms. Now, that is a lot of power to weight ratio. If the Bugatti Veyron wanted to push the same power to weight ratio as this, it would need to push 2,800 horsepower. It's absolutely mad. You cannot fathom riding this thing, controlling that much power, that much acceleration. And this all becomes a bit more daunting when we look at the costs of crashing one of these. These little winglets over here, these carbon fiber winglets, they are 46,000 Rand each. This front fairing here, 85,000 Rand. This air duct, carbon fiber air duct, pulling air into the supercharger, 58,000 Rand. As a matter of fact, this whole front section of fairing costs the same as a ZX-10. All the fairings on this bike cost the same as an H2. And the whole bike, 850,000 Rand. Now, riding this thing sounds scary, and it is. But we had to do it. Here's what happened. Okay, here we go. First ever ride on an H2R. All 850,000 Rands worth. Side stand up, key on, push the button. Oh, that's loud. Whoa, that's loud. Yeah, the EU is not going to pass that for the road. First gear. Right, let's go. Okay, removing. Riding down pit lane. Whoa. That was about 5% throttle, and it did shoot forward. Okay, we're going out of pit lane. That is a very loud exhaust. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's fast. I went about half throttle there, and it shot forward. Yeah. Okay, easy there. These are cold tires. Third gear, still not full throttle. I haven't tried that yet. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to die at half throttle. Already I can feel it's a lot lighter than the H2. Okay, we're going to go on this left hand onto the pit straight, and I'm going to open up and see what happens. Wow, okay. I didn't reach full revs there. The front wheel started jumping up. And I chickened out in short shift. I'll try again. Okay, third gear, we're going to go onto the back straight. We're going to open it. Jeez,